Hi, Leo. Welcome. Leo, this is going to be your reading. My readings are timeless, so I just trust whenever you find this, that's when it's for you. And yeah, let's get into it. So, Leo, I felt kind of like a melancholy energy in the air, a little bit of like a stifled type of vibe. But I also feel like if you've been facing obstacles, Leo, that you're going to be able to find solutions, find new ideas. Like, I feel like the obstacles are starting to diminish for you. And I feel like you may also be getting some new perspectives. So it may feel a little stagnant at times, energetically, but I promise there's a lot of movement going on for you, Leo. There also may be a lot of distractions. I do feel a little bit of irritation as well in the energy. I noticed my dogs started going crazy as soon as I hit record. I'm sorry if you can hear them. But yeah, so let's get into it and see what else we have coming through. We've got the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the card of stress. Okay, not surprised to see that. And the card of departure. So it's like springing into action, but then also feeling like the stress or the burden of that, okay? It is holiday season here in the US, so that's kind of an understandable energy. So I feel like you might actually be going back and forth between these two vibes. You know, this charismatic, action-oriented, ready for anything vibe, and then this kind of down and out, like stressed out, you know, want to leave the party early type vibe, right? And that's that melancholy that I felt. So I feel like you're kind of swaying, Leo, maybe back and forth between those two emotional spaces. Some of you, you know, may just have a lot on your plate. Some of you may be going through situations where you're needing to leave behind, you know, people, places, things, behaviors, habits that no longer serve you and leave it in 2025, right? We've got New Year's coming through. This is a good time to reset the stage and make some new goals for yourself for 2026. So yeah, let's go a little bit deeper though for my Leo. And I have a song stuck in my head. It's been stuck in my head since I woke up this morning. So it may or may not resonate with you, Leo. But it's a country song. It's a female artist. She says, I'm done hoping that things will ever change. But each day I get a little bit stronger. It's a really good song. It's all about empowerment. I think it's also about heartache. So that may resonate with you. That song may resonate with you. If I can pick up the melody here in a minute, I will also let you know what that is. There it is. I'm hoping we can work it out. I'm done spinning my wheels. Waiting for change. But every day I get a little bit stronger. So yeah, Leo. Woo! Okay, so you have the card of possibilities, the card of transformation, abundance, I love that, and then the creator. So, you know, it's there's all these changes and transformations coming through that may be making you want to take action, or maybe even forcing you to maybe make some needed changes or take some action. Okay. But I do feel that there seems to be stress around money or finances. Some of you, it's as deep as like how to make ends meet. Others of you, it's just surface level, just feeling some stress or maybe around the workplace or, you know, in this current moment. But I also feel like, you know, you kind of create your own experience here, Leo. So it's like the more you stress, the more stressful it becomes, and the more you stress, some more. So it's almost like, you know, taking your eyes off of the worry, will actually help improve the way you feel, but it will also maybe help improve, your financial situation as well, right? Because worry is the vibrational equivalent to doubt, which is the absence of faith. And so you're kind of working against yourself when it comes to law of attraction. as far as attracting abundance, or the money that you need, or for things to line up for you. And so how can you reverse that, Leo, or change the vibration? Just simply finding gratitude in anything that is going well for you. It doesn't have to be changing your mind about money. It could just be simply refocusing yourself to other areas of your life that you're grateful for, that you can show gratitude for, and it comes easy to you. And like focus as much and as often as you can on that space of enoughness, of gratitude, of faith, of the universe has this figured out. Things are working out for me. Everything will fall into place for me. I always end up finding a way. I always make ends meet. Reminding yourself that, Leo, the universe always does deliver to you. Despite your worry and stress, it still always delivers to you. So remember that. With the Six of Pentacles here and the 10 of Wands, this is about, again, bills, money coming in, money coming out, needing to make smart decisions around that. There's new possibilities opening up for you as far as creative outlets go. It might be smart to take action or make some changes possibly around the way that you work, or the work environment, or the way that you just work your schedule, right? Infusing a little bit more, I guess, positivity into that. Some of you feel extremely burdened, just overloaded, like just too much on your plate. And yet there's a potential here, okay? There's an opportunity showing up for you. There's that song again. I'm done hoping we can work it out. Some of you are healing or giving up hope possibly in a situation where you were hoping something was going to work out, and kind of going more into this mode of like acceptance or letting go. I feel like there seems to be a significant relationship also coming through for you, or being highlighted here, where there might have been some judgment or some just simply decisions needing to be made. You could share finances, or some of you are financially dependent upon this person, or they you. But I feel that I get a little bit stronger. So that's really specific. That part's not going to be for all of you. Oh, I'm getting a few different messages. So I feel like there is a soulmate, soul tie showing up, but that doesn't have to be intimate. An intimate partner could really be anybody in your life, but I do feel love here, okay, whether it is or isn't. And I feel like there's a need to work it out, or a desire to work it out, or to have some sort of understanding, okay, to open your eyes up to the possibilities as opposed to the challenges. If you remember, Leo, the initial message that I got was kind of like letting go of the stressful, challenging energy, and, trying to see life or a relationship or your circumstance from a different viewpoint that feels better to you. It sounds weird that would be the answer, because that seems so simple, like, oh, just think about it differently. But it really is. If you can practice seeing the situation as you wish it to be, want it to be, and you believe, and you also have to believe, though, that the universe has the ability to create and manifest that for you, then it has to be. It cannot be any other way. But people are so focused on reality, and that's because we're taught at an early age to face the facts, to, to be realistic, right? And what they really mean by that is be pessimistic. So we're taught, to not live in fantasy land and to face reality. And so it's hard as adults for us to retrain our brain, right? To remember that actually the only way that anything changes in your life is if you can see outside of the current reality, because that's where the solutions are, right? If you want to change something you're living, you have to be able to envision different possibilities, different outcomes, to use imagination, to utilize your mind in the way that it was designed to be used. And as a child, you knew this. That's why you played pretend, and that's why you imagined a lot. That's why you were so creative as a child, because you knew that's where the go-go juice is. But as adults, we forget that, and then we just keep facing reality and facing reality, and then we're like, why doesn't reality ever change? Like, same thing, different day. And it's because you get what you think about. And if you're only ever facing the reality and you're never expanding your mind to see the possibilities, you can't get any better than what you have now. So it's also about extending your mind, Leo, into the possibilities that are available to you, and letting that imaginative self come forward. And when you're in that good feeling space, to go into that imaginative space so you can create the way you intended to when you came forth to this planet. So yeah, anyways, there seems to be some sort of shakeup here also coming through, where you may need to temper yourself or temper your emotions here, Leo. I see a lot of communication coming through around relationships or love. And yet there's like the stress energy going on as well. There's also this healing. There's something that you're walking away from as well. And I think that's why I keep getting that song. That it's not like literally physically walking away. It's like giving up. It's like the song says, I'm done waiting to see if this will change. So it's like taking your power back, you know what I mean? And then infusing that by making the changes yourself, you know, making the changes on yourself, with yourself, for yourself, you know? So there is that coming through. I do want to know though. And yet sometimes you may feel confused. Sometimes you may feel on the fence about this, Leo. But it's ultimately like this. What is for you will find you. And I also heard it will work out. It will all work out. It will all work out. So whatever you've got on your plate that you're currently stressing about, it's like Spirit wants to give you that little sigh of relief. Like, hey, it will all work out, right? So there's no need to press the issue. Listen to your intuition, Leo. And the Empress is also about taking really good care of yourself, of caring about your physical and your mental health. Yeah. There is a strong connection showing up here. It's interesting because like there's a lot of stress around it, and yet there's so much abundance here as well, or good feeling stuff going on. There may be new information or news that you're receiving as well during this time frame. I feel it to be good news, something to help you get back on track is what I'm getting. And then, you know, sometimes it takes strength to work on the things that we're not proud of, that we feel defeated in. Some of you had some serious wounding this year, and yet Spirit wants you to be proud of yourself for continuing to work on yourself, to continuing to, you know, stick with it, Leo, for your dedication, for your time. Because the Five of Swords is a hurtful, you know, energy. It can also be spiteful though, and be careful about that, about being spiteful, Leo, because when you throw out spite, you always get it back, no matter how justified you feel. Some of you might actually be dealing with a spiteful person though, and this could be connected to the workplace or family. Don't dish it back out. Like if there's some snarkiness going on, the encouragement is to not bite back, but I think that might be a little hard for you. but here's that holding yourself back energy though. So some of you are holding yourself back from going into that emotion, or, you know, getting a lick back on something or somebody. I feel it to be a very petty, whatever this is, very petty. Some of you though are really moving. It's taking you time, but you are making progress and moving away from, you know, the sense of sadness. That's what I felt in the beginning, this melancholy. That's where that song keeps coming from. I keep playing, you can never change. Get a little bit stronger. Is it Sarah Evans? You are getting a little bit stronger every day, Leo. Make note of that. Make note of that. You're getting a little bit stronger every day. Ooh. Okay, so let's see what the guidance is for our Leos. I can't get away from that song. All right, soul power. Always remember, you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of power at your command whenever you need it. You are powerful, and here is your reminder. So I was just saying, Leo. Ooh, okay, so we'll leave it there for now. Zodiac signs that you may be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Scorpio, Leo, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Sagittarius, Scorpio again, Libra, Sagittarius again. Those are and Capricorn. And Aries. Those are the primary signs that I'm seeing. And keep in mind, it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know. Comment below. Your comments mean more than anything. That's what keeps my channel thriving. So yes, please leave a comment if you enjoy these videos. Also, like, share with your friends, your tarot group, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Follow me on Facebook. I go live there. I am doing a book club over there. Don't miss out at Tarot Time with Dana. And I'm also on TikTok just for funsies, TTWD24. Wishing you the very best either way. And until next time, my friends, namaste.